Hey guys, before we hop into your video, I wanted to tell you guys about my new partnership with BetterHelp. If you haven't heard of it, it's an online resource in which you can find your very own friendly local neighborhood therapist, no matter where you are in the world. You sign up, and within 24 hours, they match you with a licensed therapist that's right for you. And you can talk to your counselor every week via phone or video chat, and you also have the opportunity to text them in between sessions. As most of you guys know, I am also a licensed professional as well as a mental health advocate, and sometimes in these readings, very in depth topics come up that are very intricately related to mental health, and it's for that reason that I offer this resource to you guys. And if you know anyone that can benefit from them, or if you yourself can benefit from them, I suggest you take advantage of them. The information to sign up will be in the description box below, but let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your end of April into the beginning of May. As above reading, I am Princess India. If you are new, if you're family, welcome back, my friend. So you guys have your own video because we're coming into Taurus season. You know what I'm saying? And I am a Taurus, so I am very excited. So happy birthday if I don't tell you before your birthday comes. But we are going to start this reading with a Work Your Light Oracle. And the intention for this is to pull light from your, past experience to shine light on your present as well as into your future. So we're going to ask Spirit to give us clear and direct guidance, please, Spirit, for my Taurians. Anything that they need to know, anything of utmost importance, I ask that come to the forefront in this here reading, please, Spirit. So what light does Taurus need from their past, Spirit? Whoa. Oh, that's too many cards. Is it that bad, Taurus? Jesus. That was like 8 cards. Oop, here it is. Let's see, Heather. Okay, we have Sisterhood of the Rose. It says Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. You know what that sounds like to me, Taurus? Let me move that like right there. There we go. You know what that sounds like to me? What that sounds like to me is the light that you guys are pulling from your past experience is more or less your experience itself. So that says to me that a lot of what you guys have gone through, whether it just be in the beginning of April, the beginning of 2020, your whole life, the last year, what have you. It's more or less everything it is that you've been through or that you've experienced in your life is not happenstance. It's not accidental. It's not, really shitty stuff that you've been through that had no rhyme or reason or purpose, and just negative things befell your life or anything of the sort. It's more or less everything that you have endured is a lesson for you as well as for other people. And now, energetically speaking, people are being called to step into their divine purpose and mission. And if you don't know this already, this in accordance with the new moon in Taurus, just saying. Let me turn that light off. Ah, that's better. This in accordance with the new moon that's in Taurus on the 22nd is those of you who've been with me for some time, the value seminar that was supposed to do. But now I feel is the most ideal and perfect time to do that because it's an ideal time to set intentions. So if you're about that life, you can register for that on my website. And it covers 2 courses because one course is live on the 22nd and we're setting full moon intentions after we do the course. And then you receive a video of the first part of the course. just because I didn't want to bore you guys with sitting there taking all of these assessments. So you're going to receive all of the assessments that you need to take. So all the information is over there. But I say that to say that this is really saying to me that for the end of April, going into May, and especially with this being birthday season, it's no better time than this to really set your intentions and get clear on how it is that you want to go forward in your life for this coming year. So if you want to look at your birthday as like a mini New Year's Eve, so to speak, but the main thing specifically that you're looking at is everything it is that you've endured in your life and allowing that to be your message. Because I often say that whatever it is that you've overcome in your life, it's pretty much a blueprint for another person on how to get out of a similar situation, if you will. So that's what I really feel like this is speaking to. So this is saying that you guys are called into a form of leadership. You know, you're guiding light to other people. So whether that be as an actual spiritual teacher or, you know, a teacher, or if it's being an intercessor or, you know, what have you. You guys are being called to step into your calling of leadership to help other people unfold. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, the first card we have for your past, and don't be alarmed. Y'all know I don't read the after tarot in the reverse, so if I turn them over, don't freak out. So the card we have for your past influence is the Death card. The card that we have for your theme for the month is the Six of Pentacles. Your roadblock is the World card. And your possibilities for the month is the Four of Wands. Oh, Taurus, this looks so good. So the hardest thing about all of this is the energy coming in from the beginning of April and even like the end of March, or however far back you want to go. It's coming into the middle of April. You guys are coming in a transformation energy. So there's a lot of things in your life that could be dying off, falling away, ending, ceasing, stagnating, what have you. And I feel the reason for that is because whatever it is that's kind of, and I don't know why I'm seeing it like a, I don't want to use the stereotypical butterfly like illustration, but I'm legit seeing it like a cocoon type of deal. But it's more or less, it's like recoiling. But that's not how a cocoon works. But I'm more or less seeing it as like an energy that's like recoiling. But the purpose for all of this stuff being recoiled is to reveal this truth. You know what I mean? So when I talk about, like I was saying with the seminars, like specifically with the new moon in Taurus, and like, I don't know, dude, it's just hella important. I can't lie. Like I've been feeling that for some time. I felt that coming in to 2020, but like moons were going to be important for some reason. But it's like with this one specifically, it's like this is really giving not just Tauruses. I feel like it's stronger for Taurus people, and not just if it's your sun sign, but I mean, we all have Taurus somewhere in our chart, but, and that can kind of give you ideas on what to set intentions towards. But I feel that this is super important, but I get the sense that you're not, it's like, I don't really feel that Taurians would be seeing this as a positive thing. It's more or less whatever it is that's stagnating or stopping, even if we're looking at this as the energetic signature of life in general because of, you know, Corona and everything. And God forbid if you've lost someone, if you have, my prayers are most certainly with you. But just kind of feeling like life has stopped. And I think every person that I have worked with since the whole social distancing thing started, it's like everyone is saying the same thing. It's like prior to, especially people who've done the woke book, prior to the whole corona pandemic thing, people had lots of plans of what it is that they wanted to do. And it's almost as if suddenly everything halted. And it's kind of like not really knowing how to, you know, go from here, right? But pulling back on this energy here, and what I actually told my mentor group is that it's a challenge. It's like start looking at life as if it's a challenge. So it's like, because like your situation or circumstances aren't ideal, as opposed to succumbing to them and saying, well, like, oh, well, bump that. I guess I'm not supposed to do that. Look at it as a challenge that you have to rise to the occasion and find a creative and innovative way to overcome it. So the energy that I'm feeling with this is more or less, this is the energy that's trying to be birthed from this proverbial transition or death, right? But it's focusing too much on what is recoiling or dying off or ending or the stagnation, and not seeing that this is just a temporary process to open up for something new. And I say that because of the world being in your roadblock. Like, wholeness and completion, of course, cannot be a roadblock. You know what I'm saying? Unless we look at it within the eyes of like a fear of one's greatness, you know. But I feel it's more or less, this is a place in totality that I feel Taurians have desired to be for a very long time. This may have been your wish and hope for a very long time, to step into your purpose and, you know, your calling and your mission, to walk in that, to manifest your healing and balance within your life, being financially stable and secure, having like a harmonious foundation and a home life and things of the sort. But it's the way that you get these things, which falls into like the is not is paradigm. It's more or less coming into the middle of April, you guys have been in the is not. And the biggest mistake when you're going through the is not is manifesting paradigm is focusing on the is not as opposed to the is. Because what lies right in front of you and what's existing inside of you, like while you're riding on the back of the horse of death, the pale horse, you know what I'm saying, is the is, right? So it's more or less looking at the end of April and the first half of May. You guys are stepping into a very abundant, self-empowered period. And I feel there's no better time than now, with this being your birthday season. So it's more or less focus on the sunshine and the horizon that you see here in this card. Like, focus less on the peril and the death and things that are falling away. Trust in spirit and know that everything that's happening now is for your highest good. And how you pull yourself out of any darkness that you've been feeling as of late is focusing on that light. Because going forward, it's like all of these things are happening this month to get you into this place of empowerment. And I don't feel this just like financially, you know what I'm saying? And I can see a little bit of a stimulus check in this. I ain't gonna lie. So it's more or less like, if, you know, you fell on hard times because of all of this corona stuff, this could literally be the stimulus check that kind of gives you a little something to carry you over to keep things stable. But for the majority of you, it's like I'm really seeing this as a transition into towards being in a place where there's spiritual wholeness, right? It's a sense of empowerment. It's understanding your experience fully. Like how I said in the beginning that everything in your life wasn't happenstance. It's understanding that everything in your life that has transpired up to this point has been in service to you, you know? And it's standing in that power and then manifesting what's within without. So it's you being in a place of, instead of being here where you may have felt, whether that's literally or emotionally, what have you, it's you being the person that's coming from a place of balance and is giving from your overflow to other people. And the possibilities of that in a very literal sense for some of you could literally be like moving, you know, like moving to a new place, a new home or what have you. Or it could just this be symbolizing you manifesting again this balanced, stable state within you without in every facet of your life. Whether that's in your career, your finances, your relationships, your friendships, or what have you. But in order for that to happen, this transition or this death has to occur first because that's just the natural order of things. So this is more or less, I would see this reading as like coming to a Taurus person who is, I don't want to, well, I guess I would say like a less than stellar place right now, and you're feeling kind of down and out and maybe thinking negative and feeling like everything's falling apart. And this is more or less like a glimmer of light in the darkness to let you know, like, you're in transition, but this is like the light at the end of the tunnel. This is what lies on the other side. So it's more or less to keep pushing, because this looks really, really good, dude. Like, I'm happy. Like, the readings I have done thus far, I legit can't complain, because it's not like, it's a very stable, even keel kind of energy that I've been picking up for everyone. Like, it's not anything that's like, life falling apart, trauma type of stuff or whatever. So we're going to throw the dice of resonance and the dice that have no name. And then we're going to pull the cards for you guys extended. So you can go ahead and ask a yes or no question if you like, my friend. So embody your wholeness, dagnabbit, and let go what's falling away, Taurus. Don't hold on. It's not behooving you. Oh, well, look at that. Look at your mama, Venus. All right. We have Bay Lover Partner. Yes. We have Cancer. We have Sagittarius. And we have Venus or female. So Bay Lover Partner. Yes. Cancer, Sagittarius, and Venus. And for the dice that have no name. Whoa. We have Pisces, the number 7, and the Sun. What did I say, dagnabbit? Let's see here. So for the Sun, it says, Father, masculine principle, the law of polarity, you're infinite, self-mastery, start working on strengthening the weak points of your sun sign. So with that, in so many words, I'm not going to admit any of the weaknesses of Taurus out loud. We're not going to do that. But you could literally just Google the weaknesses of Taurus, or if you're not a Taurus sun, whatever your sun sign is. If you're watching this for your moon rising or Venus, you would look at the weaknesses of that sign, and that would be a part of your personal development plan, is strengthening those weaknesses. Because for those of you who don't know, that is the whole premise of personal development, because we have strengths, but I mean, you can't strengthen your strengths. I mean, you could master them more, but the whole thing about what the world card represents, like the whole holistic development. And then I'm hearing now another thing I need to say about, okay, that's weird. Another thing I need to say about the world card right quick is that for some of you, this is like I think this would fall into like a 9-year cycle type of deal. So this is an epic ending. So it's like a 9-year cycle of your life. And this is an epic ending of this cycle. So this would be, how old would people be? Would this be like if you're 20, like 27, if you're like 35, 36, or like 45, in those age ranges is when you're going through like epic life transitions. But so that's not for everyone, it's just people who are in those age ranges. This is like an energy shift. So it's like you're going into a new energetic cycle of your life in totality, right? So, and this is like the fruitful, more abundant portion of your life in so many words. And that's why this epic death may seem so grave in so many words. But I needed to say that because the implication of that would be like a person's life up to this point has been like shit, you know? And it's always feeling like the underdog almost. So it's kind of like the reason why one would have endured all of that was to prepare you for the season that you're walking into now. Because it's more or less with like the blessings and abundance and things of the sort that are coming. It's almost like everything you've been through is like qualified you for it, because it's like you'll do right with it, if that makes sense, because of all that you've been through, you know? So it's like you'd appreciate it more, because it's like you know what it's like to not have, or to be like at the bottom. So with receiving these things, you would appreciate them more, something along those lines. Let's go with that. And then for the number 7, your major arcana for the month is the Chariot card. Ooh, victory and success and things of the sort. Okay, Taurus, I see you. And it says imagination, dreams, and openness to hidden realities. What's behind the veil? What is behind the veil, Taurus? So I feel it's more or less listening to your intuition at this time. Because I feel that despite everything that's happening, I feel on a core level, you sense something. So that's why I feel like this is a message for people who are kind of like and that's why I say less than stellar. Like, I really feel like this message is specifically for people who, where you look around your life right now, it looks like nothing is working in your favor. Like everything is in direct opposition to what you would want or desire. And I legit feel like this reading would be like a sign from spirit saying like, hey, I know everything looks kind of hopeless right now, but this is what's really happening, type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the vibe that I'm getting from all of this, you know? So it does feel almost like a night and day kind of shift. But anywho, let's go ahead and pick these cards for the So Below portion, you guys, extended. And we're going to look at the shadow aspects of this reading. So any type of little hiccups or anything like that you guys can keep your eye out for. So, you know, it doesn't trip you up or anything of the sort. You know what I'm saying? First card that we have the Knight of Cups. Then we have, the Temperance card. I almost turned that over. Then we have the Moon card. And then we have the King of Wands. You know what I'm saying? And what's not, or whatever. And then we are going to pick, did I drop a card? No, I don't think I did. Okay. Then we're going to pick a card for which you don't see coming. So this is any hidden enemies, patterns, or blocks. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to pick a card from the Dark Mirror Oracle to give you additional insight into your situation, my friend. All right. What does Taurus not see coming? Hidden enemies, hidden blocks, hidden patterns, and whatnot, or whatever. Whoop, that one. The Etsy Queen. Dag nabbit son of a gun. And your Black Mirror Oracle card. Whoop. Whoop. I am too clumsy for this. I don't like change, man. I got to get acclimated to the changes that I've implemented. Let me get one card for Taurus, please, Spirit. Oh, all right. Another number 7. Sacrifice. Got that little Joan of Arc going on there, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, Spirit, did I say Spirit? Really? There's so much depth to that Freudian slip right now. I'm not even going to get into it. Anyway, moving right along, Taurus, that has been your reading. Follow me over to Vimeo or my website, wherever you watch me, if you're about that life. But if not, I still love your freaking face, and I will see you guys sooner than later. Deuces.